Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Burnout Paradise on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, after successfully completing one of the longer Markman events at 5 fucking miles, there is a longer one than that on the map. There's a 7-mile Markman event some fucking where, and I try my best to avoid it because I don't want to do those. It's very, very long and not nice. But yeah, now we are on the western side of the map, and the western side of the map has this happen every once in a while, where it'll just you will attempt to get something, and it will throw you off the map for your hubris.
Discover a gate with a yellow sign.
As Atomica is explaining here, a majority of the shortcuts in the game are denoted by these yellow smash signs, and these yellow smash signs, although they are specifically supposed to give you detail on where shortcuts are, more or less give you alternate paths as opposed to shortcuts, because a good portion of them are just alternate drive lines. Several of them are actual shortcuts, though, so it is important to know where they are, and slightly more important than what they are is what they do. Because several of the smash gates, the one that we just passed specifically, are actual jump cuts where you will end up just falling down the hill, multiple times, trying to do it. Hey, it's the SI7.
It's a little faster than the Mario Kart Lakitu fishes you out and puts you back on the road. I like how
much faster than that, thankfully.
Yes.
All right.
Thankfully.
So we got the Nakamura SI7. The Nakamura brand specifically is, Japanese/Asian sports vehicles. I'm not entirely sure what that one is supposed to be. Given its design, if I had to speculate, I would think it would be one of the RX vehicles. But here is the Hunter Vegas. The Vegas is in fact a Cadillac. See, it's a pink Cadillac. Yes, we'll be attempting and failing to get a majority of the overworld rival vehicles throughout the game. We'll get a majority of the ones that I actually want, but there's a couple specific ones that I know exist that I couldn't actually get through the normal playthrough, simply because, well, the last 10% of the 10/20% of the game's vehicles are actually tied to the Burnout Elite license, and because they're tied to the Burnout Elite license, I've never actually gotten them. I enjoy this game a lot. I really, really do. The sense of speed, the soundtrack, all the things that I went over in part 1. I really enjoy just playing this game. It's a great way to, chill out and attempt to have a good time with, as long as you're still in the early/middle parts of the game. Once the game has a scaling difficulty system, specifically when it comes to how difficult your opponents are or how difficult targets are going to be to reach. We won't start seeing difficult targets to reach until we start actually showing off stunt events, and even then, it's going to take us a while in order to start showing off the higher end of the stunt events. But yeah, as I need to explain, stunt events are honestly my least favorite events in the game. Not because they're unfun. On the contrary, once you have a specific route that you have planned for your stunt events can actually be very, very entertaining to do. But the amount of driving skill that later stunt events force you to have in order to actually complete them is just so goddamn high and vehicle dependent that they end up being a major source of discontentment for me once we get into the higher licenses.
Well, it is nice that the lower difficulty segment of the game will get you in the mood to just take risks, drive fast, make your shorter to reach targets. And then you get to work up your chops before you go cross-country.
The thing about that, Mr. Cloud, is that the game very specifically is built around a risk management system. As in, the faster you go, the more risk you take, the more boost you get rewarded with, and that way you can continue to increase your overall speed. To an extent, I mean, most of the God damn it, pedestrians.
What the fuck was that? He drove over the yellow line, the bastard.
Yeah, sometimes the pedestrians do that. They're not supposed to do that, but they do. But they do that from time to time. Oh, right, gas stations. If you ever are in critical need of a boost refill, DJ Atomico will mention this a couple of times later on in the playthrough. You can find a gas station, and then I will get you a full boost refill. It is very nice of them to do that, but a majority of the racing lines that I go by have exactly like 2 gas stations, one at the start and one at the end. So I don't really, need them usually, especially because a full refill boost is usually easier to obtain just by taking out targets. If you're wondering why we're doing a majority of marked man events, it's because I want to skip on doing marked man events later on. I'm building up I'm going through the marked man events because we're still in an aggression class vehicle, so we get a bonus to car combat, and we're also slightly more tanky than our other vehicles at the moment. Until we actually get we actually do have our first speed vehicle in the Nakamura SI7, but I haven't actually shown off that it is a speed vehicle yet. So, not that you believe me when I told you it's actually faster than the Hunter Mesquite, because look at how fast this feels. Okay, the shaky camera specifically may be a very negative thing to have in movies when it's too exaggerated. But in a game like this, where you're supposed to feel the amount of speed and adrenaline that's going through your avatar as it does this shit, this is what Burnout really is at its core. Feeling the amount of speed and being rewarded for having this speed for long periods of time.
Here comes the turn.
Yeah!
Nice. Perfect.
There we go.
Dude, whoosh. You did it! Just in time to die.
Yeah, our vehicle would be crashing right there if we weren't on a windscreen.
It's all right. The photo typically does not capture the moments after the shutter snaps.
See it, shut it down to add it to your car collection.
Another overworld rival.
Legendary Pokemon spotted.
Alright, so I take it we're doing this road rage next? Yes.
Road rage.
To be perfectly honest, I actually like the midpoint of road rages when they're asking us to get, between 10 and 15 takedowns. I think that that is when road rage really starts to kick off and show its strengths, because then you have to actually know what the map is like, where takedown ridge opportunities are, and how best to manipulate the opponents, or how best to fight the opponents whilst you're driving around. The amount of skill that is required for the middle part of the road rage events isn't so high that it's that it's untenable for most new players, nor is it low enough to where it's unchallenging. But yeah, the early ones, the early ones are just way too simple. Whoosh.
I see that the imperative to slow down to a stop is being overcome by the propensity to accelerate.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, let's stop. There are no trains here. It's okay. You can park. I knew it. There is nobody behind the wheel.
Yeah, there is no one behind the wheel.
That was the best shot I had of the driver's seat this whole game so far.
Alright, we only have one win left to upgrade into our C-Class license.
This whole fucking game is sponsored by MTV.
Not MTV specifically, but Pop Punk.
Like, advertising. This whole city, everything that you see is financed by advertising, not by taxes. Oh no, because nobody works in this town. They spend all day long. All they're doing is just driving around. No, this is strictly royalties and advertising.
And plenty of it. I remember a prior release of a Burnout Paradise actually having Obama campaign ads in it. It was kind of weird.
That sounds like that was a mistake.
Not so much a mistake, just just an odd thing to do for an arcade racing game.
Right, a video game that's supposed to divert you from real life, not like force the issue of real life in your game. As
well,
though
a lot of the advertisements that you'll see out here are for actual real world products. And not necessarily fake versions of real world products. There are a couple advertisements for smart water for various different brands of smart water littered throughout the game. Ouch!
Oh man.
Okay, so one of the better ways to prevent yourself from crashing if you feel unsafe. Like, go to the accelerator and either press and hold the brake or just tap the brake.
Wrecked.
But if you're boosting and accelerating into a wall, you're gonna die. Okay, it's just what's gonna happen.
No, you're not. You don't. There's no dying in this game.
Okay, you're going to wreck.
Death predicates on a human being being behind the wheel. These are autonomous vehicles. We saw it firsthand.
Okay, so you're going to wreck.
You're going to be destroyed permanently.
Not permanently, just temporarily. All right, there we go. Last takedown. Takedown 2 in a row. Wah!
So much havoc.
And with that, we have successfully graduated into our C-Class license, which gives us another vehicle. Wah!
Nice.
Your license has been upgraded to Class C. Nice work. But don't think advancing to the Class B will be so easy. The event map has been cleared. The way forward is up to you.
The Yakuza GT. All right, everyone. In the next episode, I think we're going to be showing off either the Yakuza or the SI7. I forget which. Be safe.